Hello, my name is Mark Helm. I'm the author of Creating Wealth Through Self-Storage, and I'm the creator of the Self-Storage Quick Start Academy. If you haven't, go check out our first course, How to Buy Your First Self-Storage Facility, at thequickstartacademy.com, or go to creatingwealththroughselfstorage.com to get more information. I have a question for you today. What is your self-storage business greatest asset? I know the knee-jerk reaction is, well, it's my employees or it's my customers. But I invite you to consider something. Consider your business's greatest asset is you. You are the greatest asset your self-storage business has or will ever have. And that's what Stephen Covey's habit number 7, sharpening the saw, is all about. Now, we spent the last 8 weeks going over how to grow and start your business inside the framework of Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This last episode is on how sharpening the saw, how to nurture yourself, how to take care of yourself, so your self-storage business greatest asset, which is you, is well taken care of and can play the long game in this business. Now, as a general rule, we're really pretty bad at it. And I get it. I cannot tell you the number of times it's 11 o'clock and I'm opening up my iPad or my computer to watch a how-to video on some aspect of business, and my wife's gone to bed, turns the lights out, and the next thing I know, it's after midnight. Well, I know what it's like when everything depends on you. People's jobs, the growth of your company, how well your customers are taken care of, how well your family's taken care of. When it all falls on you, that's a lot. And nurturing yourself and taking care of your well-being often takes a back burner. But that's short-sighted. That only allows you to play the short game. In the self-storage business, we're interested in the long game. So to begin to take on the habit of sharpening the saw and being responsible for your business's greatest asset, which is you, what are some things that we can do? Well, I am no master at this, but I invite you to consider that it's routines. If you can begin to start with routines, start by putting one in place and then move on from there. So here's a routine. Every morning I get up at 5:30, and the very first thing I do after I fix my coffee is I spend the first hour on my spiritual growth. I don't look at a computer, I don't look at a screen. It's all about reading, uplifting spiritual literature, and meditating. So I give that first hour back to myself. I'm up before anyone else is, and I enjoy that time to myself. Then I come and I work on this business. But I invite you to consider taking a routine for yourself every day where you're giving yourself time to nurture yourself spiritually, intellectually, physically. The next routine I suggest that we do is you create the space in your schedule in your life for exercise and physical activity. Over the long haul, nothing, I mean, in my opinion, nothing creates the long-term play, the stamina, the health, the energy for what we're up to in starting a self-storage business as regular exercise does. In my younger days, I exercised every morning after my prayer and meditation. Now I make sure at least 3 days a week I have some form of workout, yoga, something that gets me physically active, gets energy flowing through my body, oxygen flowing through my body. And the third important routine for the long play in nurturing yourself and sharpening the saw is eating well. Literally, your body is made up of what goes in your mouth. Be responsible for what goes in your mouth. I eat for energy so that I have the energy to play the game that I've created and to win at the game that I've created. So in my humble opinion, it all comes down to starting with routines. Now, sure, taking vacations, spending time, getting away from work, all of that's important. But you cannot be responsible for your well-being as you're growing a company and starting a self-storage business if the only way you do that is by getting away and taking vacations. My suggestion is this week, put some new routine in place that puts you in control and you responsible for your nurturing your well-being, which is your self-storage business's greatest asset, nurturing you. Well, I know it's been a long 8 weeks as we've gone through Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, but I use it every day and it's had a profound impact on the growth of my self-storage business. And I invite you to explore deeper into it. We've only just touched the surface, but I think for the game that we're up to, it can really support us. And I have one other request. And I get a lot of emails and questions from you all, and I love it, and I love answering it. But as I'm answering them by email, I really get that the question and my response could support a lot of other people. So I invite you to start using the Facebook group to post questions, and even if you email me, I may respond back in the Facebook group. Why? So other people can see and learn from your question and how you're growing and what you're dealing with in your company. So I want to start using that Facebook group more. This website, Creating Wealth Through Self-Storage, there's a link to it, and I really want to use that to support you all in growing your business and getting in the business. One last final thing. One of the questions I'm getting a lot from the course is on creating a business plan. Reach out to me. Let me know if you're interested in a free webinar training on designing your business plan. If you think that would support you, I'm happy to do it, and that way we could help a lot of people at the same time. And you all can learn from each other, and I can learn from you. So we're out there creating this self-storage business together. Let's use each other and stand on each other's shoulders. Thank you very much. My name is Mark Helm. I'm the author of Creating Wealth Through Self-Storage, and I'm the creator of the Storage World Analyzer, the #1 financial analysis software tool in the self-storage industry. Thank you.